This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, guys, thank you for joining the session. A very warm welcome to this SCCM online training session. So, first of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Kashif. I'm from India. I have more than 13 years of practical IT experience. So, I started my career working in service desk. Then I was moved into SCCM level 1, level 2, level 3 team. And now I am working as a SCCM architect. So I am involved in the uh, implementation of SCCM. And apart from SCCM implementation project task, I am involved in the training, wherein I have trained more than 13,000 students globally. I have expertise on SCCM, Intune, Active Directory, application packaging, Azure, PowerShell. I am a BSc IT graduate. I did my graduation from Mumbai University, and later on I started my career in IT profile. Here is my website, blog address, and email address and Skype ID, guys. Now in this session, I'm gonna discuss about what is SCCM all about and what all things we are gonna cover in the training. So first thing first, the duration of this training. So duration is going to be 35 hours in total. Okay, the total duration is 35 hours. So we will do 4 weeks to finish all the topics. So every day we will start at 10:30 a.m. India time. Okay, IST. I think this is what? This is 6 a.m. UK time, right? Vinod?
Yes, Vinay. Sorry. Yes, Kaisaf.
Okay, so 6 a.m. UK time, which is 10 a.m. 10:30 India time, and Monday to Friday we will do the session. So 4 weeks it's gonna take to finish all the topics. Okay, so 1 month it will be the training duration, guys. Now let's discuss about
Kashif, Vinay,
yeah, hi Vinay.
sorry to interrupt. So is there any timing like in the evening after 3:30, like 4 or 5? Any timing like that? Any batch after 4 o'clock?
Currently no, because I have other involvement at that time. So currently I am doing training in the morning itself, not in the evening. Or weekend is available.
Okay.
So weekend probably from weekend is not yet finalized, but weekend is available from next weekend. So weekend session, if you are interested to join my weekend session, then it is gonna be 3 hours on Saturday and 3 hours on Sunday. So 3 hours Saturday, Sunday. So 6 weekends it's gonna take. So basically 12 days total, but 1.5 months it's gonna take to finish all the topics. Okay, 1.5 months, 6 weekends per weekend. But since we are going to do weekdays, so this one 4 weeks training. Clear?
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Now we would like to, yeah.
Sorry to disturb you or interrupt. Are we able to get these slides with us so that we can study later on also?
Yes, you will get it later on. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, I see that Akshay joined. Would you introduce yourself, please?
Actually, I joined from my wife's laptop since I was having some issues with mine. So my name is Vasant. I'm currently working in SCCM Technologies. So I'm currently working as your SCCM admin, but I just need to upskill myself.
Okay, so you are working on SCCM, but you would like to deep dive and understand the in and outs of SCCM, right?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Irfan, would you introduce yourself? Your audio was not working at that time.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Morning.
Yeah, I have a 4-year experience in networking, sir, in area convergence technology in Hyderabad.
Okay. And why would you like to learn SCCM?
I'm interested in learning SCCM, sir.
Okay, so you have networking experience, so you would like to change your profile from network to Windows.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Fine. So far what we have discussed, we just discussed about the duration of the training. Now the historical background of SCCM. SCCM is what? It is a deployment tool or enterprise device management solution. You can control all your enterprise devices, whether it is Windows 10 or Windows Server or Windows 7, or you have Mac computers. You can control all the systems through SCCM. Now, this tool was developed by who? Microsoft, right? So Microsoft developed this tool in the year 1994, and the name of the product was SMS, System Management Server. So the first name of this SCCM, it was SMS, System Management Server. So they released a couple of versions of SMS, like SMS 1.0, 2.0, then 2003. Then they changed the name from SMS to SCCM later on in 2007. So 2007 they released SCCM 2007, then 2012, then SCCM 1511. So from here, what they did is they changed the naming convention. Instead of using these SP2 and SP3 naming convention, now they are using year and month. As you see year, what is 15, and 11 is what? 11 is month. 1511 November. So these are the three versions released by Microsoft in the year 2016. These three versions released by Microsoft in the year 2017. These three versions released in the year 2018. These three versions released in the year 2019. But from 19 onwards, 2019 October 1910, they changed the name again. So from SCCM, now they are MECM. They are, they have changed the name from SCCM to MECM. What is the full form of MECM? It is Microsoft Endpoint Configuration Manager. That's the third name. That's the latest name of SCCM. Microsoft Endpoint Configuration Manager. So old name was SMS, then SCCM, and now MECM. Okay, Microsoft Endpoint Configuration Manager. Okay, now in the year 2019 they released these three versions. In the year 2020 they have released 2002, 2006, and MECM 2010. So last year they released, this is 2010, that means October 2020. Now the latest and greatest version of SCCM is MECM 2103. This was released 2 months back in the month of March. As you see, 03 March 2021. So last in the month of March this year, this is the version released by Microsoft, latest and greatest version. Any question? Anyone?
All good.
So this is the historical background of SCCM, guys. So I joined one more. I see one more person. Mobin, would you introduce yourself and your expectation from this training?
Yeah, hi Kashif sir, hi all. Yeah, I do have like a 4-year experience in the infrastructure support. In that, 2 years in the SCCM. But currently, I moved to the image management team. But still, I found some basics were missing in the SCCM. That's why I want to attend the class or training.
Okay, thank you for the introduction. So today is the demo session wherein I am discussing about the historical background of SCCM and what all things will be covered in this training, and how long it will take to finish all the topics. So so we have discussed about the duration of the training, which is 1 month, and now we are on the second slide. That is the historical background of SCCM. So SCCM started in 1994, right? And the latest and greatest version of SCCM is 2103. Sorry. So almost like 25 years this product is there in the market. So it's a matured product, and to be in the market for 25 years, it itself there are many other competitors of SCCM, but SCCM is way ahead since it is there in the market for the past 25 years plus. Thousands and thousands of companies have implemented this to manage their devices. Almost all big size and medium size organizations have this one, SCCM. You may not find SCCM in small companies, but wherever you go in medium and big size organization, you have this one because it has great features. Plus, uh, it controls the system, mostly basically Windows systems, in such a way that other competitors cannot do it. So that is the main feature of SCCM to manage devices. Now let me take you to the next slide, which talks about the certification of this training. SCCM used to have this exam 70-243, but that is expired. Then again they released 703. This is also expired. Now we don't have any specific exam for SCCM. Previously, we used to take these exams and become SCCM certified, but now we don't have any specific exam for SCCM. So this is expired, guys. Now, in terms of opportunities in SCCM, since it is there for the past 25 years, okay, that is an achievement. Second, it is present in almost all big size and medium size companies, right? So it is hugely deployed all over the globe. Wherever you go, you will find this one. And the third thing is, this is the third largest selling product of Microsoft. Microsoft is selling this one on number 3. First, they are selling OS operating system. The second, they are selling Office. And third, they are selling SCCM. So that is the reason we have hugely deployed all over the globe this thing, SCCM. So SCCM is it's a third largest selling product of Microsoft. Okay, give me 1 minute, guys. Somebody calling. Thank you for the patience, guys. So we were discussing about the opportunities in SCCM. So first thing first, the 25 years, this is a matured product. Second, it is deployed all over the globe in almost all big size and medium sized companies, and it's the third largest selling product of Microsoft, and very less competitors. So less competitors. Okay, so I see SCCM has less competitors, like we have Landesk, IBM, BigFix, right? Then we have Alteryx, then we have Workspace, and we have Tanium. These are some of the competitors of SCCM, but SCCM is way ahead from these competitors. It is having like 43% of market share. 43% is very big number, right? And people who are working on SCCM profile, they are getting somewhere around $45 per hour. Okay, as per the statistic. Hourly basis, this is an average salary. Those who are in India, they can expect a salary of 8 lakh per annum. Okay, per year, 8 lakh Indian rupees. This is an average salary. Okay, you may be getting more than this, you may be getting less than this, but this is like an average salary you can expect as SCCM administrator. If you have like 3 years of experience or 4 years of experience, you can expect 800,000 rupees. So lot of opportunities are there. You have to apply on your local job profile, job portal, sorry. So for you Vinod, you have to use Indeed, because that is there in UK. Those who are in India, you have to use Naukri, LinkedIn, Monster, for keep your profiles there so that you will get visibility and people will be able to reach you when they have SCCM related opportunities, guys. So good opportunity, it's an evergreen product. When you learn this tool, you will have n number of opportunities, guys. Now we'll talk about the sites in SCCM. There are 3 sites in SCCM: central, primary, and secondary. Okay, what is central, primary, and secondary, we will discuss tomorrow when we go in the full-fledged training from tomorrow onwards. So central administration site, you just see it is an optional site. Primary is mandatory, and this is also optional. All these sites are installed on Windows Server. Okay, Windows Server, we install these sites either 2012 or greater. So either you install CAS on the server, or primary site, or secondary site. So on one server you can't have more than one site. Okay, so it always have to be separate server. So CAS will be on a separate server, primary site will be on separate server, and secondary site will be on separate server. All will be installed on Windows Server 2012 or greater than 2012. Clear, everyone? Any question? Mobin,
Do
Marvin?
we need all the sites in one particular business, or it depends on the nature of the
Depends
business?
on the nature of basically it is based on the geographical location of the company. So if the company is located multiple locations, right, and based on the number of devices, we go for central administration site, because it's an optional site. You may or may not have this one in companies. Similarly, you may or may not have secondary site, but primary is the mandatory one. You have to have this one, whether it's a small size or medium size or big size organization, you have to have primary site. Okay,
What is the difference between secondary and central administration site?
we'll discuss tomorrow in details. Okay.
Okay.
Now, so these are the 3 sites in SCCM. We will discuss these things in later on. Now I'm going to show you the architectural diagram. So suppose you are working as an architect, okay, and you have to implement SCCM in companies. So if the company is a small size company, let's say no branch office, only one location of let's say 5,000 computers are there in Houston, only one location, no other site, no other branch office. So what you do, you will install one single primary site, and that will manage all these 5,000 devices. So through SCCM, we can manage all these 5,000 machines. One primary site is sufficient to manage all these small size company computers. So this is a standalone primary site. Now, if the company is medium size company, suppose you are you are going to implement SCCM in company which is having headquarter plus branch office. So headquarter is in Houston, for example. 5,000 machines are there in Houston, so you will install primary site in headquarter, which will manage these 5,000 machines. But what about the computers which are on remote location, like Seattle and Boston? If you have branch offices, so in Seattle you have like 2,000 devices, so you will install secondary site there. In Boston, you have the 2000 devices. You will install secondary side, and these two secondary will report to primary. So mostly secondary is used for branch offices, guys. So 99% of time you will get this kind of architecture in companies. Wherever you go, very few companies will have a small size or a big size organization. But 99% you will find this kind of architecture in companies. The third one is for big size organization, which is like you will have a central administration site on the top of the hierarchy, and you will have more than one primary site. So when you have more than one primary site, then you need central administration site. Otherwise, you don't need. So all primary will report to central like this. Okay, all
Uh,
primary will report to central.
just a small question I have, Kaushik. Does we have a different administrators for both this primary and for CS, or is it same administrator can handle both?
Same administrator can handle both of them, but depends on
If you-
companies to companies. You may have multiple administrator, but one administrator can handle both of them.
Okay.
Understood?
Yeah.
So Seattle, this secondary will report to this primary, right? And this secondary will report to this primary. So this kind of architecture is very rare, but you may find this in big size organization like Accenture, Deloitte, IBM, HCL, TCS, where you have big organization. Now somebody said he is working in TCS, I think Vinod, right?
Yes, Kaisaf.
So the project you are going to get or you are working on, is this for TCS or for the client?
For the client, I'm working for
For the
a client, not the internal one.
Okay, so for internal one I'm talking about, internal you will have this kind of architecture, but client depends on the client number of computers and number of locations that they have, right? So mostly 99% of time you have this kind of architecture. Okay, one more architecture for two primary sites. Central will be sitting on the top, primary, and then primary. These two primary will report to central, and these secondary will report to this primary, and this secondary will report to this primary. Okay, now all the sites have database, whether it is a secondary or primary or central. They need to have a database. They are going to store the data in their respective database. So the secondary will store the data here in the database, primary will store the data here in primary database, and central will store the data in central database. Now secondary, whatever the data it collects, it is going to pass on to primary, and whatever the data it gets primary, it is going to pass on to central. So data replication happens from downward to upward. Data is flowing from downward to upward like this. Clear?
Yes.
So we have site roles, components, so which we will discuss about. These things we will discuss day after tomorrow. Tomorrow we will discuss about sites, and these things we will discuss day after tomorrow. What all site roles are there, like management point, distribution point, software update point. I'll send you some couple of links which you need to go through, which talks about sites and site roles. So before the session, I would expect you guys to go through that, so that you will have more clear picture. Now what all things you can do through SCCM? Since SCCM is, some of you guys are working on SCCM, some of you guys are going to work on SCCM. So what all things you can do through SCCM? So SCCM, basically SCCM is to manage all the devices in your company. That is what SCCM is, enterprise device management solution. So you can do hardware and software inventory of the devices. So wherever the device is located, either in India or in US or Canada or Australia, you can get the information of those devices, the hardware and software information. You can do asset intelligence, like you can manage software license plus categorization of software. You can find out the utilization of software. Let's say if you would like to know what is the utilization of Google Chrome in our company, what is the utilization of Adobe Acrobat in our company. You will get the list of you will get the report that will show you the utilization report of the application. You can deploy application on one computer or thousands and thousands of computers in one go. Okay, you can deploy updates. This is very crucial now because most of the companies are hiring SCCM administrator for patch deployment. Patching is what? To keep your SCCM, to keep your computers up to date. Let's say you have 10,000 computers, you need to keep them up to date, otherwise your computer will be vulnerable and hackers might hack your computers. So you have to deploy updates to all the machines through SCCM so that the machines are up to date. So this one is very crucial now because so many cyber crimes are happening all over the globe. So we deploy updates through SCCM to keep computers up to date. Then we can deploy operating system. Mubin, you said you are going to work on imaging part, so that comes under operating system deployment. So wherein you customize image, you have to put some standard options and all, and then you can put drivers and then custom script and desktop background, the time zone and other things, and then you can deploy operating system. Either there are many things, there are many options to deploy, but SCCM gives you that option to deploy operating system. Okay,
Yep. Right. Yep.
either Windows 10 or Windows 7 or Windows Server, you can do it through SCCM. Content management, you can manage the contents. These are contents of SCCM. You can manage them through SCCM. Compliance setting, how to find out how many computers are compliant or non-compliant. SCCM will give you that information. You can deploy power policy to your devices, which will help you to find out, which will help you to reduce the electricity cost. So in order to reduce electricity cost, you can create power policy, which will help you to do power management. Let's say after 7 o'clock in the evening, nobody is there, I can turn off their monitors. Okay, let's say there are 10,000 computers, I can turn off their monitor or shut down the computers, or sleep mode, hibernate mode. Client health, you can find out the health of the client, whether they are healthy or unhealthy. You can manage Windows Defender, endpoint protection, antivirus. You can manage mobile devices like Android, iPhone, iOS, Windows Phone. Role-based administration. You have multiple roles in SCCM. One role for application deployment role, one role for software update, one role for operating system. There are multiple roles. So SCCM team members will get different roles based on their expertise. Remote management. You can remote into user's computer through SCCM. There are n number of reports in SCCM. You can get those report into multiple formats like Excel, CSV, or PDF format. Monitoring, you can monitor SCCM and SCCM component. If something goes wrong, something goes down, then you will get alert. So that is an inbuilt feature of SCCM. These are some of the main features of SCCM. There are many other features of SCCM, but these are some of the main features. Okay. Now what I do is I do practical. I'll help you with the practical thing. I mean, you will have to create your own lab. Every one of you will have to set up your own lab. So I will guide you step by step how to create your SCCM lab, because practical knowledge is crucial. So you need theory plus practical knowledge both. So I will guide you step by step how to create your lab. Either you create your lab in local lab, like on laptop or desktop, or you can create your SCCM lab on Azure Cloud Data Center. Now for local lab, you need to have minimum 12 GB of RAM, quad core processor, and 300 GB of free disk space. 300 GB or at least 200 GB minimum. Like Marvin, you said 121. How much free space there? I don't know. In 121. Okay.
Yeah, there is, I think only 35 GB is free at the moment.
Okay, then it is not going to function. Then you will not be able to install SCCM Lab on your laptop. So what you have to do, you need to go on cloud. So for cloud, you have to create Azure subscription, and after Azure subscription, you can create virtual machines there. Okay, we will create 4 virtual machines, and from our laptop, okay, we will remotely connect to these virtual machines. These machines will be in US or Canada or Australia, somewhere outside, in data center, Microsoft data center. These machines will be there. We will remotely connect. Okay, we'll remotely connect to these machines. So that is going to be our lab on Azure, but that is only for 30 days, because 30 days free trial they give Microsoft. Okay,
In my
30
case,
days
also
free
the
trial. You have since you have a student's account, so you will also get 30 days, but the only change here, Marvin, that you will get $100. But normally other people are getting $200, because you are using different one. You are using a student's account. Student's account will get 100, and other people, the general subscription will give you $200. Okay, 30 days
Actually,
free
can we
trial.
manage with, sorry to interrupt you. Can we manage with HB RAM? I have the features and everything is there.
8 GB RAM. What is the processor?
It's next gen i5.
And this one, hard disk,
Yeah, I do have space. No issues.
is it SSD or a spinning disk?
Normal screens.
Okay, you can do it, but you will have to create 3 machines instead of 4 machines. Create 3 machines because you have less. RAM is 8 GB only. So instead of 4 machines, you create only 3 machines. Okay, and in case if it is running slow, then you can go on Azure Cloud Data Center later on, but you can try from here. Okay,
it will run slow.
Kaisav, Vinod
yeah,
here.
if it is SSD, then it will be much faster.
Kaisav?
Yeah,
Yes, Vinod here, and I have got a 16 GB RAM, but I think I've got a hard disk size of 100 GB. Is that sufficient or?
100 GB only.
Yes, I mean
You
it's
can you
150 or 198, but most of the hard disk are full, so I think it's left over with 100 GB or 120 GB.
Okay, 120 GB is less actually.
Less, okay.
Is it possible for you to move some data into your USB or something? Copy it over.
Okay, I'll give it a try. Maximum I
Yeah,
can
at
bring it
least
to 150.
one. Yeah, 150 if you have, then also it is possible. Okay.
Okay, will do. Thank you.
SSD, you have got SSD, right?
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah, SSD will be much faster. Now, so in lab architecture, what we do, I mean, as I mentioned, that 99% of company, they are using the medium size organization, which will have one primary site and couple of secondary sites. Not couple of, I mean, depends on the geographical location. So we'll have domain controller, we will have database server, we will have Windows 10 machine, we will have primary site server, we can have one more server that will be secondary site server. So primary plus secondary. Okay, we need to have, we'll create primary site server and we'll create secondary site server. Okay, that
Okay.
will be our lab architecture. Yes.
Do the sites have a different platforms, or is it the same platform? Like primary site is different than the secondary site platform, where we have a different functionalities, or the same functionalities?
Okay, secondary site is like, do you have a Wi-Fi router at home? Yes,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
suppose you go to a room where your Wi-Fi range is not picking up. What you do, you put a
Yes.
Wi-Fi extender or something, right?
Yes.
Wi-Fi extender. So secondary side works like a Wi-Fi extender. Okay, understood? Functionality will be different because SCCM is the main parent site. So whatever the policy you define from here. Secondary site is just like an extender, okay, which manages the devices in remote location. Okay.
Is it similar to like one is distribution center and other one is secondary that we can use to?
Distribution point is different and secondary site is different. Secondary site is to manage devices in remote location. Okay. Understood.
Okay.
So suppose if you have headquarter here in New York, that is your headquarter. Okay. And you have like 5,000 machines here in New York. So you will install one primary site which is managing all these 5,000 machines, because all of them are on LAN network, local area network, right? They have good connectivity. So if you have good connectivity, then you don't need any other site. But in case if you have branch office, let's say 3 branch offices are there. One is in Mumbai, okay? Then another one is London. Then you have another one is Colombo, right? Now 2,000 devices, 3,000 devices in London and 4,000 devices in Colombo. Now the connection from New York to Mumbai, are they LAN or WAN, guys?
WAN.
Wide area network. So wide area network is not as good as LAN. You will have limited connectivity. Let's say you have got 100 Mbps line from service provider. 100 Mbps. So if you are deploying, let's say Microsoft Office, which is like close to 1 gigabyte, this will be choked up, right? This will be choked up. 100 Mbps. This is not as good as LAN. So what we do, we install secondary site here. Okay, secondary site. So now previously, how many machines were there? 5,000 plus 4, 9,000 machines were pointing to this one primary site. Now only 3 machines. So 3 secondary site, which will be fetching data from primary site. Okay.
Through LAN. Yeah.
Through WAN network, not LAN, right?
No, I mean,
only
in the site, there is 2,000 devices like in Mumbai, so they are all connected with LAN, so that will be fast.
Right. So now the data, this will have the data. So whatever the data secondary site has, it is going to pass on to this 2,000 machine. Whatever the data it has, it is going to pass on to London. Whatever the data it has, it is going to pass on to Colombo machines. So they are on LAN, right? They are on LAN. Secondary site and the computers, they are on LAN. So it will be much faster. Okay, it will be much faster. The only thing is from here to here, once the policy reaches and the content reaches to secondary site, then you don't have to worry about these 2,000 computer and 3,000 and 4,000, because they will be taking the content from their respective secondary site, because distribution point will be there, which I will discuss day after tomorrow. What is distribution point? The distribution point is like a content storage, like a go down, and the computers will be download from the distribution point. Okay. So so these are the things which we will discuss later on, guys. And I think I have sent you the course content. If not, SCCM course, yeah, SCCM course content. So if you would like to know what all things will be covered, I think I have shared on WhatsApp. If not, then I can share it again. So there are 16 modules. One by one we will discuss all those things. Module 1, module 2, 3, 4. So in each module we have theory and practical. So first we will discuss about the primary side, secondary, central, which we have.
I didn't get WhatsApp, sir. I didn't get WhatsApp content, SCCM content, course content in WhatsApp.
Okay, you will you send me that you need content. I will send that to you. Okay. So module number 1, which talks about the SCCM sites, and then we will do the prerequisite and installation of primary site, then discovering and organizing resources, then client management, then inventory, then query and reports, then software deployment, through application and package model, then updates, patching, then operating system deployment, Mobin, operating system deployment, wherein we will see how to couple of methods of operating system, how we deploy operating system through SCCM. Then endpoint protection, compliance setting, mobile device management, Intune. I will also cover basics Intune, and power management, remote control, SCCM disaster and recovery. We will completely wipe off SCCM, delete SCCM and recover from backup. We'll install secondary site, additional secondary site, and then we'll Office 365 client update deployment, upgrade SCCM from old version to the latest version, role-based administration, resource explorer. These all things will be covered in 1 month, guys. Okay. Any question from anyone?
Are we doing any application packaging as well?
Application packaging is a different course altogether. Okay. Application deployment we will do. Here you see module 7, which talks about application deployment. So packaging is like another 25 hours training, which I also take packaging. I also do packaging training. But if I add that one, it will be like huge training, and I will not be able to finish it off in 1 month. Okay.
Is it a special administrators for that, or is it same SCCM people who?
No, in mostly we will have application packager in companies. Application packager, they will customize application, package the application, and hand it over to the SCCM guy. SCCM guy will upload it to SCCM and deliver it to the devices.
Okay.
It's like I'll tell you. Suppose you call this thing Domino's. Okay, that you need a pizza. Then somebody will make your pizza, right? They will get it packaged, and then other guy will deliver it to your delivery guy is SCCM, and the packaging guy is the different. Okay guys, so these things will get will be taught in this thing SCCM training in 1 month. So from tomorrow onwards we will start at 10:30 a.m. IST India time, which is 6 a.m. UK time. Okay, UK time.
All good.
Now you guys need to enroll for this course. You need to make payment. So from tomorrow onwards we will start the training in full-fledged, guys. So those who are interested to continue from tomorrow, you let me know on WhatsApp. I will let you know the process, enrollment process. Any question before we wrap it up? Vinay, Vinod?
No, guys, I'm okay.
Vasant?
So basically, like what I'm trying to look for, like I know the basic things what needs to be done, but what I'm trying to achieve is by going in depth. For example, if something goes wrong, so I need to go in depth on the logs and stuff like that. Hope those things will also be covered.
Yeah. We will do all the log analysis and the deployment, whatever the deployment we will do. We will see all the server side log, client side log, troubleshooting, common troubleshooting. Not all troubleshooting we can see, but common troubleshootings which I used to do in companies to fix most of the issues. So client side troubleshooting and server side troubleshooting, those things will also be covered. Don't worry about it. Okay. Any question from Mobin, Irfan?
No, sir. Are we going to cover any MDT part, like some basic?
No, MDT part. MDT is different tool altogether. Okay, so I normally don't touch the MDT part actually. but MDT is free tool, okay, and that is for SCCM, that is for operating system deployment, which you can integrate in SCCM, and SCCM also gives you that functionality what MDT gives. So
Yep. Okay.
okay, so
Yep.
if interested,
Guys,
guys, you can, yeah.
okay, so sorry, Vinod here, and I want to become a solution architect for this SCCM infrastructure. So think this course will be helpful for me, right?
Yeah, because we are starting from scratch. We are not starting after SCCM installation, right? We are starting
Yeah.
from scratch. We don't have anything. We'll start from scratch. We'll understand each and every component, why we are doing it. And then you will
Okay.
get a clear picture, right?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
So we'll go with this architecture, the second one, this one,
With this medium size. Okay.
medium size organization, because that is 99% companies are using. And plus, this is the one, we don't have hardware to go to this one, the big size organization, because that will need at least 2 primary sites. So this one, and 2 primary site will need 2 database. So basically you need 4 machines here, and plus CAS 5, and database 6 machines are needed, plus client machine. You will have 7 machines. 7 machines we are not able to get anywhere, not in our laptop, not in Azure, in
Okay.
free trial.
Okay. Got you.
Okay, guys. So I hope the session was informative, and if you are interested, you can let me know on WhatsApp, or you can call me, and we'll do the session from tomorrow as per the schedule time. Thank you, everyone, for joining this session, and see you soon. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
So thanks for your time, Kashif.
Thank
Yep.
Have a
you.
good
Thank
day.
you, guys.
Thank you.